always believed that ASL, American Sign Language, should be for everyone. And why not share ASL with everyone? That's my language that I've used for many years throughout my life. Why not share it with everybody else? So I think that's why it's so important for me to be an ASL instructor here at OSU, not only teaching ASL, but I also teach other courses. For example, I teach a deaf art and literature course, I teach a service learning course, and that service learning course is the best. Deaf art and lit is the best too, but I think the service learning course is much more powerful because you can use ASL in workplaces, in places around the community, and see how the community can come together with ASL and be a part of deaf culture, see their values and norms and all of that happening out in the community. It's really amazing to see.
Any given semester, our students are at 4 to 8 different agencies and organizations within the Central Ohio deaf community. They are often under the supervision of deaf professionals. They are working with deaf children, deaf senior citizens.
The reason we co-teach the class is because we both believe in that model where deaf and hearing individuals can work together, not having one person be over the other, but co-teaching. In typical work situations, there are deaf professionals who might work out in the workforce, but it's important for hearing and deaf individuals to come together side by side. In the classroom, we model that behavior to our students, that shared perspectives. I offer my perspective as a deaf individual, and Kristen offers her perspective as a hearing individual who's entering the deaf world, being a part of the deaf community. What's her perspective, what she had to learn about the deaf world, and all of the cultural decisions, the cultural norms, and the decision-making process that impact the lives of deaf people.
Marla gave me this language, gave me the culture, fueled my passion, and really encouraged me to go after what I wanted.
The students have always respected Marla, always. She's bright, she's energetic, she's everything you want in a college teacher. And then when the pandemic came in 2020, and I remember her teaching the sign for coronavirus. And even the interpreter in the room was learning it at that moment. And so we told all the students, okay, we'll see you after spring break. And there was no return. And then our students started seeing Marla on the TV, standing next to Governor Mike DeWine.
I work as a freelance interpreter, and that's how I came to work with them as a team. There's a team of 3 of us, 2 hearing interpreters who are staff interpreters for both the agencies, Deaf Services Center and OOD, and we work together as a team.
One of the really fascinating things that especially happened, I would say, in those first several months is, although I say interpreting, especially what we call the platform, the stage, this type of very visible interpreting is not about the interpreter. She often stole the show. And very quickly, because of the internet, there were memes and just some really hysterical animated videos. She even has a Berkowitz bobblehead. And proceeds for that have been given to Columbus Colony Elderly Care, a nursing home in Westerville for deaf and hard of hearing people. There was a t-shirt that said in sign language fingerspelling HOPE, H-O-P-E, and money and proceeds were donated to Deaf World Against Violence Everywhere. Again, these happen to both the agencies that we've partnered with for our course.
Marla has brought, I think, so much awareness and the importance of accessibility, and just really bring light to just the ASL as a language and the deaf culture and deaf community.
Interpreting is not a look at me profession. You are there in service. So again, Marla continues to live what we teach in our class about doing something for other people because it's the right thing to do.